a feel in the sense of that song, Let's Go Crazy. And what Prince was talking about was the elevator. The elevator. He couldn't say Satan, devil at the time, but mentioned God as much on mute on a song. So he used those metaphors, and really, that was a great lyric. And Let's Go Crazy was a great song. The instrumental is crazy. One of the greatest guitar solos in history at the end. But lyrically, in the beginning, understanding this song, you will see that he was trying to defeat the elevator. And Prince he gave you some. He gave you a great rock and roll type of song mixed with funk and disco. It's just meshed with a great sound and the sound of the 80s. It's the beginning of the movie. It's the start of the soundtrack. It really captivate everything that goes on, and this is the number one song from the number one album. So coming in at number 5 is Let's Go Crazy. All right, coming in at number 4 of the top 10 songs from the Purple Rain soundtrack album. Number 4 is I Would Die For You, one of my personal bests. I Would Die For You is, hey, it's short, but it's good. That song is like no other. It has that quick montage. It had really, I'm not gonna say montage. It's just has that quick sound. It's such a great song that is that synthesizer, that beat, but it sounds like nothing else. But Prince was really mixing spirituality and sex into one. For only other artist really was doing it was Marvin Gaye, and Prince took it to a whole nother level. But like he was saying, I would die for you. He was saying, I'm your Messiah. And he changed that in concept, so it would say he's your Messiah. Prince was like the Jesus Christ figure, which he references a lot in the Purple Rain album. And Prince was like, I'm your Messiah, and love the reason why I would die for you. Really it mentioned a movie because Francis L. said that to his wife, I would die for you. Prince takes everything from his life, he'll put it in a song. And basically, that's part of that movie. And it's plain, it's simple, it's quick. A song that's hitting right near 3 minutes or at 3 minutes. What more can you say? But it's a pure masterpiece. It's genius. Prince should have won more awards for this album with the collection of songs. Nothing can touch it in '84. I'm sorry. So that's coming in at number 4. I Would Die For You, Prince. Coming in at number 3 of the top 10 songs from the Purple Rain album soundtrack. Number 3 would be When Doves Cry. One of my all-time favorites. Probably played this song more than anything in my childhood. This was just the song. I don't know how many times I heard it. I wore it out. It got airplay on the radio late in May June. It just, I remember the radio station 108 in my hometown. They played it when it first came out. They played it 5, 6 times a day. It was just play and play and play. And then when the videos came out, we only had like Friday night videos. We didn't have MTV. We had Friday night videos and hot hit videos on Saturday. Videos during that time was like a mini party. You could go over to somebody's house, watch videos. You get popcorn, chips, drink Kool-Aid, drink soda, and you watch videos. And this was, it was Prince Mania. And When Doves Cry led the way. That song. This song, as we know, has no bass. It's one of the songs that has no bass line in it. And is one of his greatest and best songs of all time. It was, I heard, inspired by girlfriend Susan Moosey, but what it talks about is his parents. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Maybe I'm just like my father. He's too bold. Things like that. Perfect lyrics to a perfect song. And when you hear the song, you get a guitar riff at the beginning, and then you just hear no bass, and then you hear that synthesizer near the end. Man, that's a good song. 5 weeks at #1. What more can you say? When Doves Cry at #3 on the top 10 songs from the Purple Rain soundtrack. All right, let's get to the #2 song of the top 10 songs from the Purple Rain soundtrack. At #2, why I wanted to put this at #1, and it's The Beautiful Ones. And for a time, I didn't really understand this song when I was younger, but as I got older, I listened to this a lot, and some of the stuff he was saying, and just the singing part, especially at the end, because it's so subtle at the beginning and soft, but it goes into a desperation cry at the end. Whether this song was written for Vanity, whether it was written for Susan Melvoin, could have been a both of them. It's just like The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. I heard that was written for 3 women. We're not going to say the women yet. We're not going to reveal that. But, hey, Vanity was initially in the movie. Hey, it was probably her song. Then Apollonia being in the movie, that reference to her. But he was going with Susanna Melvoin. So I think it definitely was for her. But what he says, The Beautiful Ones, always smash the picture, always, every time. And he was saying the beautiful ones was always hurt you. Beautiful women are not always the nicest women, or because they're beautiful. It don't work like that all the time. Those women can break your heart. But hey, what a song. What a plea, what a song, what a desperation. My favorite part in the movie, man, that part right there, from when he was arguing with Wendy and Lisa, to that sequence with Morris Day and the password to the sequence where he sings that song, and then he walks out and say you see Morris's face. It's like that. This is my favorite part in the movie, man. He just sings his ass off with the beautiful one, especially at the end. It really it captivates you a time. When you see all those hands at Prince, the guy was a star, and how the girls felt about him, man, is legendary. So legendary. So that's my number 2 song from the Purple Rain soundtrack album of the top 10 songs from Purple Rain. All right, as no surprise, the number 1 song from the Purple Rain soundtrack is the title song, Purple Rain. I could have put this number 2 because Beautiful Ones is my favorite song from the album. But hey, this is number 1. Why is number 1? Because it's an anthem. If anybody knows Prince, this is the first song they know. Purple Rain. Purple Rain is a true anthem. And that's what he's known for. Purple is not his favorite color, but he took the color and it became his own. This is the closer. You have to close this song out all the time. Purple Rain. The surprise of it, it should have been a number 1 song. It was number 2. It should have been a number 1 song. But I tell you, man, Purple Rain is a pure anthem. Whether he sung it at the American Music Awards, whether he sung it at the Grammys with Beyonce, and whether he sung it at the Super Bowl. This is the song that he has to perform. It's his closer. And I know it's probably one of these songs he sung before he died in Atlanta. So it's just one of those lasting songs. It's so many different versions that he did. That's the genius of Prince. The songs never sound the same, but we know the song. When he sang this song on screen, near the end, got everybody in tears, is just music history. It's captivating. It's phenomenal. It's the climax of any concert, and it takes you through a high level. I can explain what the song is about, which I think is more, you can break it down in 3 verses. It's about 1, probably his father, 2, probably a girl, 3, probably a band. And it's always mentioned. I think 1, when he was talking about the revolution. 2, he's talking about his father. 3, he's talking about a girl. So in that sense, but he want to guide you closer to God, I believe. You can interpret the song any way you want, but it's got a spiritual overtone. It's always going to be spiritual side to this song. Is going to elevate you in that way. And I tell you, the ending of the song, that's what gets me. So when you listen to the album, you listen to that ending, that pure orchestration, that is really what makes you cry. When people react to it, they don't play that part, but when you hear that part, that's what makes me cry. So it was always the event in my house playing Purple Rain. And then you hear the end of that, it's like people just have to stand up, or that is the song that gets you. You know, he was looking for that type of song. He was looking for a journey type. It sounds like Faithfully, but he was looking for a Don't Stop Believing, or one of those middle of the road type of songs that people look at. Hey, this is it. This is the one that makes you stand, that makes you look. It's a pure masterpiece. You're talking about Mike, 8 Grammys. Prince should have won 8 for this, because it was in that moment that he captured something, and he captured greatness. He captured it on film, though, and in this soundtrack. Purple Rain, one of the greatest songs of all time, and is at #1 on the top 10 songs from the Purple Rain soundtrack album. Thank you for this journey of the top 10 songs.